Hey friends, what y'all doing? I know. Look, what time is it? I think it's like 10:58. I wasn't sure if I was going to go live tonight. Initially, I said I wanted to go live, and then I thought about it and I was like, no, I'm going to just take the night off because for some reason I still am not feeling 100%. But I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I've been going live for 3 nights in a row, and I'm pretty proud of myself for going live 3 nights in a row because I really, really want to get more consistent with going live. Well, then as soon as I got ready to go live, the next thing I know, my son called me and he called me from Vegas. You know, my son moved to Las Vegas, so he called me. And when I tell you my son, he was just talking about everything going on out in Vegas, this, that, and the third. Hey, Art Lovely. Hi, Natty. If this is your first time coming into my room, thank you for coming in. Hopefully you'll stay and hang around for a minute. But yeah, so my son called me and I ended up getting caught up on the phone with him. And I was putting out some trailers for Prime Video and ended up looking up and I was like, it's 11 o'clock at night. If I go live, will anyone show up? Well, needless to say, I am here. So I have 3 things that I want to talk about tonight. I think it's going to be a short live though, because I still have some more stuff that I need to post. But if you are watching tonight's live, if you are up late night tip vamping with me, just let me know where you are checking in from. Let me know what you're doing on this Saturday night. Let me know how your day has gone. I had a pretty decent day. I spent most of the day just editing videos. And depending on if you follow me across social media, you have seen the videos. I just basically edited down our last live when I did the unboxings with the stuff from ID, stuff from WeTV. And so I edited that stuff down. I edited a clip of my interview with Mr. Ernie Hudson. So that is available on my TikTok page as well as the Ice Cream Convos YouTube page. But anyway, if you are coming in, I am Xaviera. If this is your first time tuning in for one of my lives, I am Xaviera. I'm the CEO and founder of Ice Cream Conversations. And when I go live, I just talk about the top stories in entertainment and celebrity news for that particular day. So, as many of you know, unless you have been very busy and you have not been online, we lost a major figure in Hollywood today. Hey, best friend, I see Lynette is in. Diane Keaton passed away at the age of 79. So I just grabbed some notes that I just wanted to share because, you know, when people pass away, it's always, you know, if it feels untimely, it always just kind of hits you in a way that you don't expect it to hit you. And, you know, certain people, they're not on your radar every single day. But then when you just know that the Lord called them home, it just does something to your heart, if that makes sense. And that's kind of the way I felt with Diane Keaton. At some point in time, if you have ever watched TV or a movie, you have seen Diane Keaton because she's one of the ones in Hollywood. And one of the things that I always think about with Diane Keaton is how she's always carried herself with grace and with class. And she was a baddie. She was always stylish, always fly. And even in just this different roles that she played, like Diane was that girl. So here's a little bit about Diane. I made some talking points that I would like to share. Diane Keaton passed away at the age of 79 in California on Saturday, October 11th. Her family confirmed the news and requested privacy. Diane Keaton rose to fame in 1970 with her breakout role as Kay Adams in The Godfather. Like, we talk about The Godfather. Diane Keaton was in The Godfather. Some of y'all may be too young to know about that, but it is what it is. And her Oscar-winning performance in Annie Hall. Diane Keaton won an Academy Award for Best Actress in 1977. Dang, that was 2 years after I was born. For Annie Hall, which also cemented her status as a style icon to her signature menswear look, because sis could rock a pantsuit like nobody's business. Her celebrated career spanned over 5 decades, which means she was in the business for over 50 years, including beloved films like The First Wives Club, Father of the Bride, Something's Gotta Give, and The Book Club. So just let me know what your favorite Diane Keaton role, movie, film, whatever was. Now, here's what I found interesting. Diane Keaton never married, but she adopted 2 children, Dexter and Duke. I don't know about y'all, but if somebody was like, yo, Dexter and Duke coming, I might feel a little shook. I might get bubble guts a little bit. Now, Lynette said she loved her in Baby Boom. Baby Boom was a classic, absolutely a classic. But could you imagine hearing that Dexter and Duke coming? That sounds like 2 brothers that nobody want to fight on the block. But in the late 1990s and early 2000s, calling motherhood one of her greatest joys, Diane Keaton is remembered as a Hollywood trailblazer, known for her wit, her independence, and authenticity, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire generations of actors and fans. So just if wherever you're watching, just drop an RIP in the chat. As we show our love and respect to Miss Diane Keaton. My love, prayers, condolences, everything go out to her family. All right, on to the next. The next order of business that I would like to talk about now, I guess it was yesterday, day before yesterday, we talked about Wendy Asefo and her husband, Eddie, and the fact that they had got arrested down to the thing because they were accused of a fraud, because basically they reported a burglary at their home back in 2024, claiming that their home was burglarized when they were on vacation in Jamaica and that 80 items were stolen out of their house, over $20,000 worth, $200,000 worth of stuff, but they filed a $400,000 insurance claim. Now, the reason why they were arrested and are being accused of fraud is because a thorough investigation uncovered that most of the things that they claim were stolen out of their home was returned to the store prior to the alleged burglary, and they received full refunds on it. The authorities also spotted Wendy wearing one of the rings that she claimed was stolen in the burglary on social media. So Wendy and her husband was arrested down to the thing, hit with about, I believe it was like 16 different charges, 7 of them about a felony. And also Wendy was charged with a misdemeanor charge of giving a false statement to a police officer. So if you watch The Real Housewives of Potomac, you already know what time it is. At this point, I call them the real prisoners of Potomac. But, you know, these ladies are very, very shady to one another, and they never miss an opportunity to drag one another. And which brings me to my next point. Miss Ashley Darby. Y'all know Ashley be down to the open mic and doing shows and yanging around the stage. And apparently she had some type of show last night where she was singing or doing something or other. And she took this photo with some of the people who came out to support. And the caption reads, "Catching melodies, not felonies." Can y'all see that? Can you see it? Catching melodies, not felonies. So one thing the Real Housewives of Potomac gonna do, they gonna shade the hizzle out of one another. So it will be very interesting to see how Miss Wendy Asefo and Eddie respond to that particular piece of shade. Now, the other piece of information, I have another update that I wanted to bring to you guys' attention. So in a previous live, we talked about Nikki Gilbert, her lawsuit, her ongoing legal battle with Lionsgate, Katori Hall, over P-Valley. Well, I told you that the Supreme Court denied Nikki's petition to move forward with her lawsuit against Lionsgate, and they basically said that she didn't have a case, that there was no proof that Lionsgate stars Katori Hall, P-Valley stole from her original film, Soul Kittens Cabaret. So after that ruling came down on the 6th of October, Katori took to social media and put out this whole statement, basically like, yeah, I've been fighting my whole, this whole situation. And I had my original script from 2009, and I had 16,000 documents and emails and drafts proving that P-Valley is my original work, that I never took this work from Nikki Gilbert. Well, I guess Nikki was feeling froggy today because she took to the streets of social media. Now, here's the thing that I told you about this case. I told you whether or not that you agree that P-Valley stole from Nikki Gilbert. After I had an interview with Nikki Gilbert and I discussed this case with her at length, I felt like there was more to the story. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I'm not trying to get caught up in nothing myself. But I would be remiss if I did not tell y'all what Nikki Gilbert said on Al Gore's internet today. And I'm getting ready to tell you what she said, because a lie don't care who tell it. Now, after Nikki Gilbert lost this particular situation with the Supreme Court, Katori Hall released this following statement. P-Valley is a television series adapted by my play Punani Valley. During my deposition, I found an early draft of the play in a 2009 email. I marveled at how much of the dialogue in those first pages remained in the P-Valley plot. All right. In the caption of Nikki Gilbert's post, let me put my good glasses on. She wrote, "For years, I stood firm in my truth, not because it was easy, but because it was necessary. I woke up this morning feeling the need to clarify a point that is very clear on public record with the Copyright Office." Now, I was laying in the bed when she posted this, and the moment I saw the 3 words, U.S. Copyright Office, I sat straight up in the bed, because I said, Nikki getting ready to come out with the guns blazing. She continued, recently, Katori Hall made statements claiming that she found a draft of her play from 2009. However, there is no copyright registration for that work until 2017. And even then, the creation date she listed was 2015. Now, some of y'all may understand the significance of this, and some of y'all may not. Now, as someone who ended up going through litigation myself, and it had copyright came into play, I learned a lot about copyright. Here's the thing. And I need y'all to listen closely, okay? Nikki said, by contrast, my work, Soul Kittens Cabaret, was registered with the U.S. Copyright Office in 2006. I'm gonna read that one more time, because I want y'all to let me know if you picking up what I'm putting down. If you are picking up, not what I'm putting down, actually what Nikki is putting down. If you are picking up what Nikki is putting down, just say, I got it. Wherever you are watching, just type, I got it. I'm gonna read this one more time. By contrast, my work, Soul Kittens Cabaret, was registered with the U.S. Copyright Office in 2006 with a creation date of 2004. 11 years, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 years earlier than her claimed date of origin. Listen, the woman put it right here in her own statement that she found a draft of the play in 2009. However, She didn't register the work until 2017 and stated the creation date was 2015. But Nikki registered Soul Kitten Cabaret in 2006 with a 2004 creation date, and the film was released in 2009. Soul Kitten's Cabaret was released in 2009. Katori is saying right here that she found an early draft of her play in 2009. Okay, I see the I got it's coming through. Cindy said, I got it. Lynette said, I got it. Naisha said, I got it. Our Lovely said, I got it. Let me go back in here. Let me go through these comments right here. Pocahontas looking. The Savvy Planning chick said, I got it. Okay. Okay. Pocahontas says she got it. Okay. 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 Because I'm not saying, I'm just reading. I'm just reading. Now, Lynette says, one would think that this would be an open and shut case, but okay. Because see, I told y'all, if you want the Nikki Gilbert documentary, just go listen to my interview, because the way she broke that thing down to me, I literally had to ask her or remind her, babe, I don't have a law degree. You're going to have to tell me what this big ass T.I. Clifford Harris word is right here. Tiffany said, I got it. Ardent Spice said, I got it. Pocahontas got her cup of tea. She looking and she got her ear. Hold up, but I'm not even done reading the caption. I just want the record to show I am only reading what is in front of me, because I don't want no deposition and no mess. Okay, let's go on. Nikki says, during discovery in my case, I was inundated. Come on, Zavi, reading the word. Okay. I was inundated with over 16,000 emails, many of them duplicates and inconsistent, making it nearly impossible to find a truthful timeline. None of the early versions of her play contained a casino plot or a homophobic antagonist trying to take over the land. Do y'all remember the homophobic antagonist? It was played by Isaiah Washington. Even Uncle Clifford's character, according to Nico Anand, was portrayed very differently in those open drafts. So here's where the catch comes in. Basically, what Nikki is saying is that Nico, who plays Uncle Clifford, you know, when the cast members do interviews and things, and they, well, talk to me about the origin of your character and this, that, and the third. And he basically said, like, Uncle Clifford was not really Uncle Clifford in the beginning. Okay. After years of litigation, my case was dismissed without ever being presented to a jury. I was denied the right to a fair trial, the foundation of our justice system, and then forced to pay the defendant's legal fees. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. And whoever writes for BET, this shot's fired, because I'll tell you about that in a second. Whoever writes for BET, hopefully, whoever writes for BET will check their facts. The only person in this case with documented receipts was me. I did not lie on anyone or attempt to defame anyone's character. What happened to me wasn't a loss of merit. It was the consequence of a broken system that too often protects power over truth. It is what it is, and God knows the truth. Now, I stand a queen who comes forth with receipts. Nikki Gilbert actually posted the copyright document showing the alleged date of creation. I'm going to show TikTok, and now I'm going to show, hold on, I got to come back. Hold on. Okay. If I go like this, okay, there you go. I'm sorry if y'all can't see it. It's the lights, I guess. And it literally says registration date, November 1st, 2017. P Valley, date of creation, 2015. Copyright claimant, Katori Hall. And the next, it says Soul Kitten Cabaret. Copyright registration date, January 18th, 2006. Date of creation, 2004. Now, I ain't saying nothing because it's all here. It's right here. So, during my interview with Nikki Gilbert, she told me a story about another particular situation that allegedly took place over at the network. Because I'm going to stop saying names now so I don't get caught up in no mess. She told me about another situation that allegedly happened at the network where someone had a meeting with the network and they said, hey, I have a show that I would love to do, that we can partner together and do this show together. She said that the network took the script, looked at it and said, hey, you kind of got something good here, but I feel like we can make it better. The network allegedly, according to Nikki Gilbert, went into the vault and said, here, take this script, take it home, take a look at it, rewrite it, bring it back, and let's see what you can do with this script. That script allegedly belonged to someone else. The person that they allegedly gave it to, hey, Positive T, the person that they allegedly gave it to went back, rewrote it, came back, and they said, oh, we like what you did with this. And they literally made that particular person the showrunner of a show that was written by someone else. Allegedly, according to Nikki Gilbert. So if that happened with this particular person, it's not impossible. It is not impossible for that vault to have been opened. And Nikki's draft was handed to anyone with the instructions of, let's see if you can go home and punch this up. And when you punch it up and bring it back, if it sound good and look good and we like it, then we can do something. The punch up and the original may not match to us when we look at it and we be like, girl, get out of here. That don't got nothing to do with that. These two of these things are not the same. But if you take something and punch it up, put your own razzle dazzle, put your own seasoned salt, your own Lawry's, put your own little chicken bouillon on it. Another, and my last point that I want to make before I move on is that Nikki Gilbert told me out her mouth that she went into that network on some Tyler Perry shiznit. What do you mean by that, Zavi? Well, I'm glad that you asked. Nikki Gilbert told me when she went into Lionsgate, she went in there with the energy of Tyler Perry, basically on some, oh, I'm not giving this to y'all. I want to partner with y'all. I still want to own my ish. I still want to this, that, and the third. And they was looking at her like, whoop-de-doo. Who do you think you are coming in here basically telling us what you want? If you want to work with us, you got to fall in line. She wasn't willing to fall in line. So here we are down the road. Imagine if she had fell in line. Had she fallen in line, what the show, what we would have possibly have had. But she went in there because, remember, Tyler Perry has a great relationship with that particular studio. That's how we got a lot of the early Medea stuff with that particular studio. So she was figuring, hey, As another Black creator, I'm going to go in here and try to get this Tyler Perry deal. So if they don't have to give her ownership, but they can allegedly go into the vault and allegedly hand, because they told her, well, just leave it here and we'll take a look at it and we'll see if we feeling it and we'll get back to you. Never got back to her. So who's to say that no one went into the magical vault and handed her work allegedly to someone to tell them to punch it up? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. The documents is right here. She done highlighted the document. You can't argue with the documents. I don't know how much I should say about this, so I'm going to be very careful. In my situation, I had a situation that involved copyright. And I was accused of infringing. And after doing my due diligence, I discovered there was no copyright. No copyright existed. So how can I infringe upon something that didn't exist? So I was like, get out of my face. This don't even exist. All right, bet. I was like, boom, boom, boom. Thank you so much for the follow, Halisha. So I was like, how can I infringe upon something that does not exist? So I was like, boom. So they left. They left me alone. And I was like, y'all thought y'all had a sucker. Y'all had the wrong one. Y'all had the wrong one. Well, apparently they had the wrong one, but they had the right play, because right before the statute of limitations would have run out, they went and filed the copyright and basically came back for me for something that happened in the back. And that's how I ended up with having to pay a 5-figure settlement. So that's why anytime the word copyright comes up, it has my full undivided attention, because copyright is a real nasty, ugly game. When I used to do music, they used to have this thing that they called a poor man's copyright. And if anyone knows anything, like if you've ever dealt in music or even any type of creative process, they had this thing called the poor man's copyright, because filing a copyright, I'm not sure how much it costs now, but when I was doing music and I was an independent artist, like I ain't had no money. I ain't had no extra money to be paying for no copyrights and stuff. So I have read this book called Everything You Need to Know About the Music Business. It was written by Kashif. Absolutely, our lovely. You mail it to yourself and you have it postmarked, but you do not open it. So all of my original songs that I wrote back in 2002, 2003, 2004, all of them had poor man copyrights. But I mean, we live in a different day and time now. So, it's very important to protect your intellectual property. I would not recommend doing a poor man's copyright in the year of our Lord 2025, because I do not know how the copyright rules have changed. But I was absolutely blown away at the fact that someone could go back and file. It almost felt like it was a post-dated copyright. But I mean, they filed it nonetheless. Now, had I been a dirty, down, bad, dirty broad, and I had known that this was going to be the play, I don't know if it's possible, but I could have beat them down to the copyright office. But I mean, I would have had to show proof that I have some type of ownership of it. But yeah, so that's how I got. They originally came to me accusing me of stuff. And I'm like, this thing don't even exist. So then they went back and made it exist and then came back after me. And yeah. Yep. Yeah. Post-dated copyright. Well, actually what they did was, when I read through all the legal documents and stuff, they did the copyright right before the statute of limitations ran out. And then they pretended that they became aware of the infringement after the copyright was done. But because I did not have the financial fortitude to fight it to the death, because I literally, if I had the money to fight it to the death, then I could have came to the table in Discovery. Y'all, first of all, they tapped me out financially before we even got to Discovery. I'm gonna keep it a bean, because I'm not no big baller shot caller. I am an independent entrepreneur who has been owning and operating an independent business for 15 years, an online media outlet. And a lot of times when they go to my socials and they see I have these, a large following and this, that, and the third, they make the assumption that I'm rolling in dough and I'm pee popping on a handstand and and deep financial just wealth and diamonds and pearls. And that's not necessarily the case. So a lot of times I get targeted. Like before I really knew what was going on, I got targeted one time for pictures of Willow Smith, and this was back in the whip my hair era. I whip my hair back and forth. I had to pay $500 for sharing a photo of Willow Smith back, and I'm talking about back when she was still whipping her hair, when she was a little mama. Hold on a second. My daughter's trying to call me. I know this is so ghetto. Hold on, y'all. But I'm a grandma, so I got to make sure everything is okay. Hold on. But yeah, so hold on. Okay, she hung up. And I don't know. Okay, hold on one second. Let me just make sure she good. Sorry, y'all. I'm a mama and a grandmama first. Thank you for understanding. How they doing, church? Hey, y'all good?
Yeah, just wanted to show you.
Hey, Pumpkin, you dancing? Yeah. Okay, Pumpkin. Hit him with the move Shuggy taught you, okay?
She was getting down. Before I called you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm on live right now, so I got to call you back.
Oh, okay. I love you.
All right. Love you too. Bye. Oh, y'all, my grandbaby went to a christening, but it's a Mexican family. So when I came, all I heard was da 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 da, and my grandbaby was in the back like da 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 da. But anyway, thank you so much, y'all, for being patient with me. So they hit me for $500 for a photo of Willow Smith because she was whipping her hair back and forth. Then they came back. Well, not the same people, but basically it's like photographers, and they come after you if they scrape the internet, and if you use their photos in any way, shape, or form, they come after you and they hit you with a demand letter, and they scare you with a demand letter. So they send you a letter, and they basically says, it'll read something like this: you used this photo without authorization, unauthorized use of a copyrighted image. And then my stomach starts hurting. So I'm like, well, what did I do? And this is in the beginning when I first started blogging, and I really didn't understand a lot of different things, right? Because everything was like just learning as I went along. And then they'll say, we can settle this out with a $500 payment. Otherwise, we'll have to take legal action against you, which could result in a judgment of $30,000 to $150,000. And I told y'all, when y'all start talking about 6-digit numbers, I'm gonna fake my death. So I looked at that, and I still remember I was working as an accountant at the time, and I was blogging on the side. And when I saw $150,000, I almost passed out in my cubicle. So then I had to scrape up the little bit of money that I had in my little savings account, and I had to give these people $500 for a photo of Willow Smith. Then another photographer somewhere found a photo that I shared of Beyonce and Blue Ivy. This is when Blue Ivy was a baby. They got me for, I think, $800 for one photo. And and I'm just like, yo, at that point, I was like, any photos that go on my site, I'm just going to hand draw them, because y'all about to get all the hottest cartoons on my website. And so then I started trying to be more careful, but here's the key. The key is The reason why it was so easy for them to catch me and so easy for them to come after me is because every single photo that I used on my website, I credited the original photographer. Because when I got into blogging, no one really taught me the ABCs of blogging. So me always trying to do the right thing. Oh man, I'm going to use this photo. Let me find out who the photographer is and I can give them like proper credit. Because when I'm looking at People magazine, they got the photo, they got the photographer at the bottom. When I'm looking at Hollywood Reporter, they got the photo, they got the photographer's name at the bottom. Okay, I want to be professional just like them. If I use a photo, I'm going to put the photographer's name at the bottom. And that is how the photographers were able to find me so easily. Then there are law firms, and I use the word law firm very loosely, that all they do is represent photographers, and they tell them, hey, you ain't got to pay me nothing up front, boo-boo. You just pay me off of what I get back for us. So basically, if they get me to pay them $1,000, then they go in the back room and they split it up however way they decide to split it up. But the photographer don't have to pay nothing up front. They just gonna come shake me down, scare me out of my damn puss in boots. And then whatever I pay, then they go in the back room kikiing and laughing, and then they just go ahead and split it up. And that's how it works. So in that, the last case that I really had that was really bad, I had the right under fair use, because 10, 11 years later in the game, I know what I can and can't do. And because I report, you ever see like on Wendy Williams when she's, well, God bless Wendy Williams, prayers to her. But remember on the show when she would have a photo up of somebody and then at the bottom it'd have like a little Instagram or something, whoever the photographer was, that is fair use. When you watch the news and they run the video in the background, like of someone on the red carpet or some type of photo of Jada and Will, and then it has like the little credit at the bottom, that is fair use. If you are reporting on something as someone in media, that is fair use. Well, the photos that I used, when they really got me, it was for 2 photos of LeBron James, 2 photos of Azalea Banks, and 1 damn photo of R. Kelly. R. Kelly. R. Kelly. Of R. Kelly. He was sitting in jail already when I had to pay 5 figures over a picture of R. Kelly. And the kicker was the photo of R. Kelly. The photo of R. Kelly was for a tour. It was a photo from his tour flyer. His tour flyer. So my plan was to try to fight it. I was going to be Nikki Gilbert. I was going to fight it until the end. I had no idea how expensive it is to fight a legal case. Had I known, I would have said F blogging. I would have went to law school, because my own attorney was hitting me upside the head for $60, $70 just to call me to tell me what's going on. Every time I got a phone call, it was $60 or $70. Nigga, at this point, send me a bird signal. Don't call me. A smoke signal. Don't call me. $70, $60, $70 a phone call? No, you ain't got to call me. Send it to me telepathically. And if I don't get it, I just don't need to know. I really should have went to law school. So I say all that to say, I didn't even make it to discovery. I was already broke before we made it to discovery. And I say I was already broke in the sense of I had to make a decision. And the decision that I had to make was, I got this much money. Okay. I got a little pot of money. I got this pot of money. This pot of money is supposed to take care of my business expenses. This pot of money is supposed to take care of my family. And this pot of money is, oh yeah, my best friend Lynette is an attorney, so she be knowing. And this, like, I have to live off of this pot of money. Do I use all of my pot of money to fight a case? Because my plan was I was going to fight the case, I was going to win the case, and then I was going to countersue for pain, suffering, and for just getting on my nerves. And I was going to recoup my money double because the whole thing felt frivolous to me. Well, it got to the point between me and my own attorney. I was going broke with my own attorney before I even got to what they was asking for, because they initially asked for close to 6 figures. And at that point, I was like, oh, y'all basically trying to send me to glory. Because y'all, I told y'all, if it's 6 figures, I'm faking my death. So y'all basically trying to send me to glory. All right. So with that being said, I asked my attorney, can I win this case? And he said, well, yes and no. Because had he said, hell yeah, you can win this case, I would have just said, here, take my pot. This is all I got. We gonna fight. When that run out, whatever we get back here, I will just give it to you at the end. But he said, yes and no. Okay, sir, I can't function out of yes and no. Basically, he said it boiled down to the judge. And I feel like that's what happened to Nikki Gilbert. It boiled down to the judge. He was like, fair use is murky waters. It just depends on if the judge feels like what you are doing is fair use. What you mean if he feel like it? And that's what being a judge is. You get to decide if you feel like, because fair use laws aren't black and white. It's a gray area. So if he felt like I had fair use, then okay. But if his wife was tripping that morning, or she didn't want to give him some cheeks the night before, and he come in with an attitude, and he look at my black face, depending on who, because I wasn't sure if it was going to be Judge Mathis. He come in and he look at my black face, he may decide that I am not a fair use type of person. And y'all, oh Lord, the way they was talking about me in that paperwork, I wanted to do this just off the strength of the way they was talking about me in that paperwork. They made it sound like I was in my mama's basement with a hoodie on, sitting in the dark, just scraping the internet and stealing stuff and putting up stuff just to try to make $1. So anyway, I didn't even make it to discovery, because had I made it to discovery, I would have went back to my emails where y'all originally tried to shake me down without a copyright. Oh, I was ready, because I was like, oh, I am the receipt queen. I hold receipts and secrets like a diary. So I would have popped out with my old emails from y'all when y'all tried to shake me down before you even secured a copyright. But anyway, y'all didn't come here tonight to listen to my legal drama. But what I'm saying is, that is why the word copyright triggers me in a special way. Copyright and fair use, 2 words that trigger me in a special way, because I can be 1000% transparent and let y'all know I have not, I'm not going to say the word never, but I have not recovered from that lawsuit. Financially, I have never been the same since that lawsuit. It took from me financially. It took a peace of mind when it comes to my work. And yeah, so when I see other people go through lawsuits and stuff, and I've read all the comments and responses to the thing, and I know people love P Valley, and people were like dragging Nikki and going in on Nikki, like, oh, Nikki, the reason why we ain't got P Valley yet, and blah 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 blah, and this that and the third, this that and the third. Child, y'all don't have no idea whether or not somebody went in the vault and grabbed her paperwork and asked somebody to punch it up. We don't know. We don't know. So that's why, regardless of, and I love P Valley. Okay. I be down in the valley where the girls get naked. 1, 2, break them. 3, 4, break them. Now, Quad Money says season 2 was mid. It was mid as hell. I think season 2 was the pandemic season when they had them damn stripping in the drive-through strip club. It was mid. And then I think it got a little better towards the end when they threw Diamond in the trunk. That's when it got real good. And I'm like, oh, well, and now Diamond done died in the trunk. If we gonna be real, Diamond is dead in the trunk at this point. The man ain't ate, bathed, used the bathroom, none. Diamond is dead. He ain't had no fresh air. Diamond is dead in the trunk, if we just want to be real with it at this point. But what I'm saying is, regardless of how I personally feel about Nikki Gilbert or some of the things that she may say or do, I just don't have it in me to like really go at somebody who is fighting for what they believe in, especially when the odds are stacked against them, because I wasn't able to fight for what I believed in because I literally ran out of money trying to fight my fight. Because I had to make a decision. I got to stop the bleeding because I was bleeding out. I was bleeding out, bleeding all over my attorney because every time I turned around, it was a new invoice. And then I'm like, I don't want to blow all my money on paying the attorney only to lose the case and still have to pay them in the end. So what I had to do was I had to settle. And I still remember the day I got the phone call and they basically hit me with some, we need an answer by sundown. And I was like, I was eating some American Deli medium wings with lemon pepper sprinkles on them and French fries when I got that phone call. Sitting downstairs in my living room. And I was like, damn. So I was like, well, 2 tears in a bucket. I just got to take the settlement. I was like, I got to stop the bleeding. So with that being said, when y'all see my feet on the internet and I'm twinkling my toes and I'm popping my neck, my back, don't judge. Just be like, Lord, bless her, Lord. Y'all remember she said she had that lawsuit that time. Just go on, subscribe. Just go on and subscribe. Don't give me no eye contact. I won't give you no eye contact. We'll do this exchange and we'll just go on about our business. Now, if y'all want to keep me from twinkling my toes and twerking my cheeks, Quad said, I got subscription money for you. I know that's real, Quad. Talk to me. Talk to me nice. But yeah, so that is why I've been working my way back up ever since. But I know lawsuits can be crippling. I know they can be crippling because, I mean, Nikki told me it crippled her. It crippled me. Anyone who has ever gone through like just litigation like that. Naisha said, Frens says she doing something strange for a piece of change, and is. But it's going to be from here to my knees. Well, no, to my feet. I said I was going to only start from my feet up to my knees. But see, I had a discussion with my best friend and I told her, I said, I'm really nervous about trying to twinkle my toes down to the thing because I'm the type that if my subscriptions ain't looking the way I want them to look and the money ain't coming in, then I feel like I'm going to have to keep taking it up a notch and taking it up a notch to hit my financial goals. And before you know it, your girl going to be down to the thing looking like a newborn baby, fresh out, just out there, just fresh out. So that's what, because one time I had told my husband, I said, you know what? I was like, I bet if I could learn how to mix drinks, I could go down to the strip club and be a bartender, because I think them bartenders be making a lot of money. He was like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I was like, what? He was like, because I know you. You're going to be doing the bartending. You're going to look over there. You'll be doing the party, and you're going to see somebody make it rain like this. And then next thing you know, they're going to be like, coming to the stage, ice cream. And I'll be like, Yep. I'm going to come home smelling like the old Victoria's Secret pear lotion. The real ones know about the Victoria's Secret pear lotion. If you know about Victoria's Secret pear lotion, just write pear in the comments wherever you're listening. Just write pear in the comments. Because the real ones know about that Victoria's Secret. All the strippers smell like Victoria's Secret pear lotion. Either they smell like the Victoria's Secret pear lotion, and then a little bit further down, that's it. Yep. The pear. Yep. Jazz said the pear. Yep. All the strippers smell like the pear. But then a little later on, they started smelling like Amber Romance. Remember Amber Romance? Woo. Oh, Quad says strawberry and champagne. Yup. Strawberry. See, the real ones know. The real ones know. Yup. The pear lotion, strawberry and champagne, Amber Romance, and the pear. Child, please. That was the holy trinity of the strippers. So I'll be coming home smelling like the pear lotion and be lying. Talk about, oh, I had to wash my hands a lot dealing with the money. And one of the strippers let me use her pear lotion. That I'll be coming home lying. Yeah, because see how dry my hands is, baby. Even my nails is lifting up because I had to wash my hands so much. He'll be like, oh, snap. Naisha said, don't forget cucumber melon. Almost forgot cucumber melon. Ooh, you taking me back to some days. You take me back to the days when I was flexible. Ooh, my little bun done fell out in the back. I'm going to just let it fall out. Ooh, cucumber melon. That's back when I was flexible. What a day. What a day. But yes, so, I mean, it is what it is. So if y'all don't want me down to the thing, twinkling my toes, and doing all the things, just go ahead. Zach, thanks for sharing the live. If y'all don't want me down there twinkling my toes down to the thing, or, shaking what my mama gave me, or doing my neck and my back, just, y'all know where to go. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know, just support me any kind of way that you can. Keep me from smelling like strawberry champagne and cucumber melon and pear and Amber Romance. Lynette said, I could smell this whole live. Don't it smell good? Oh, it's so nostalgic. What a time. What a time. Woo, yeah. All right, y'all. All right, I've almost talked for an hour, but I thank all of you who came into the live tonight to kick it with me, late night tip. I ain't going to sit up here and be trying to talk about my stripper aspirations or how I'm going to be twinkling my toes down to the thing. Because, see, I don't want to go from toes to hose. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. So just keep me from, if y'all see some of my little videos somewhere, just like them, just share them, just say a comment, just say, hey, friend, because that hey, friend is going to keep me away from the element. You know what I'm saying? That little hey, friend, that one little like, that one little share, that one little save is going to keep me from putting my feet down to the thing. But yeah, so Naisha said, we got you, friend. Shantae said, hey, we all gonna be down there. I know that's real. Could y'all imagine us coming on the stage? Listen, could y'all imagine me, our lovely Naisha, Lynette, Shantae, all of us popping up, doing group dances together down to the thing? Child, that'd be a hot ass mess. That'd be a hot ass mess. What would our name be though? We'd have to have a dope name. But I would want something like, I would want to use an old school name for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, something like JJ Fad. Like, I want to use like an old school hip hop name for us when we hit the stage together. Like I want something like who was it? Oh, we could call ourselves Oaktown 357. That's what I want our names to be. So when I put together my group of ballet dancers, naked ballet dancers, when I put together my naked ballet dancer troupe, we're going to call ourselves Oaktown 357. And when we hit the stage, we coming out to Juicy, got them crazy. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And then everybody just going to break into it. And we all going to just start busting it down. We're going to hit every corner of the stage. We're going to have one person in the middle and everybody take a quadrant on each end of the stage. And that way, no matter, you can cover the east and the west and the north and the south corners of the club. And we just going to have all the money coming down. Quad trying to be funny, talking about the Old Town Honeys. Now we got to be, listen, yeah. Green Eye Bandit said, call yourselves Vonnie and the rest of them. Nah, that's too close to home. No. Yeah, see, we're going to be 357. Oh, see, Lachelle, you trying to come in? Lachelle, okay, Lachelle act like she want to dance with us. Oh, first things first, we're going to have Grumpy Old Nerd as the opening act. Because if y'all don't follow Grumpy Old Nerd on TikTok, he be giving me so much life because he stay popping out dancing to the classics, to the absolute classics. So Grumpy Old Nerd is going to be our opening act because I see us dancing in a co-ed type of situation, kind of like down to the place where Tyler Perry got the people dancing in Beauty and Black. We need to be in a co-ed. Wham said how I get here. No, you ain't catch no stray, Grumpy Old Nerd. You about to be the opening act. You can come get this shmoney with us if you want to. So listen, we're going to be down dancing to the thing where Tyler Perry got the people dancing in the Beauty and the Black. It's going to be a co-ed situation. So we're going to have Grumpy Old Nerd come out and he going to warm up the crowd for the ladies because we got to have a little something for the ladies. So he going to warm up the crowd for the ladies. And then once the ladies go ahead and spend all their hair and nail and lash money on Grumpy Old Nerd, then we're going to have all the ladies move to the back bag. Well, no, I ain't even going to have the ladies move to the back bag because sometimes ladies be spending more on us than the fellas do. So we're going to leave all of them there. Giandra said our group going to be called Back Pain and Knee Strain. Now, see, Giandra, if you got back pain and knee issues, you need to be our manager. You need to make sure our outfits is together. You need to make sure Dollar Bill got all of our cash at the end of the night. That's all, Giandra. Make sure Dollar Bill got all our cash at the end of the night. He's Green Eye Bandit said, make sure we got our shoes on the right foot. We're going to have our shoes on the right feet. Actually, I don't know because I'm not going to be in shoes long. Because I can really get down with the get down when I get barefoot. So I ain't gonna have no shoes on. I don't know. I'm gonna let the rest of my girls do whatever they want to do as far as the footwork is concerned. But I got to get barefoot to get down to what I need to take care of. Okay, so look, Grumpy Old Nerd, opening act. He gonna warm up the crowd. And then when he warm up the crowd, me, Oaktown 357, we coming out, we hitting the stage. We gonna hit all corners with one in the center. Now, if y'all want me to work the middle, that's fine. I'll work the middle. Or we can rotate. Like we can, y'all know we got to pay the DJ a little something for him to put on the hot music. Because that's how you really make the bread. You got to have the DJ playing the jams. Okay, so when the DJ, you got to tell the DJ to save the hottest jams for when we hit the stage. Don't be playing the top hits while little Lily out there trying to, trying to make it clap. No, you got to save them jams for us. So when we hit the stage, okay, the DJ gonna start dropping it. He gonna start dropping the hits. And I want him to kick it off with something like, if Young Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you, right? So then we're gonna get out there. Okay, Nisha says she good with a little rotation. So we're going to rotate. So after the DJ, and we're going to tell the DJ to only play 5-minute songs because for the girls that still work in the room with the lap dances, they be getting tired because most cases they only dance per song. So if he only do the song about 5 minutes, well, no, that's a little too long actually. Ooh, because most hip hop songs ain't even 5 minutes no more. So maybe we could tell, I don't know. He might have to put on like his own personal DJ mix or something. Or I know, when they be running it back like, and start it up again. We're going to tell him to do that, to make the songs 5 minutes long. So we're going to have him run it back like that. So then we can have the girls out here dancing maybe 3 to 5 minutes. That way they don't get wore out on a, somebody paw out there with his pension just trying to work them to death all night, right? So then that way, every time the DJ change the song, then they can rotate to somebody else and start running their pockets low. Then every time he hit the, we just going to do like a little spin, and then we're going to change our corners. Okay, we're going to change our corners, and that's when we're going to hit our rotation. Now, Naisha said, all they got to do is play Juvenile, Back That Ass Up, and I'm going to show out. Okay, then that's going to be your song. That's going to be your song. That's going to, see, I need everybody to know what their song going to be. Everybody need to know what their song going to be. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to come down to the thing. We're going to hit the stage. Juicy got them crazy. Now, we need to set ourselves up as an exclusive act. We can't be doing lap dances around the room. We all going to walk in together like a dance team. We're going to have matching satin jackets, and we all going to have our Downton Abbey totes. Okay? Our little Downton Abbey canvas totes that I gave away. We all going to have those. And we're going to come in, and we just going to walk in, and we're going straight to the back. And then we're going to change into our little outfits that Giandra got for us because they was freshly dry clean, and make sure all our little bedazzle, everything, the hooks and everything work. Okay. So we're going to go to the back. We're going to put our little outfits on. We're going to get our Amber Romance and our strawberries and champagne. And we're going to get our pear, and we're going to get our cucumber melon, and we're going to lotion down, because there's something about them lotions that make men want to spend money in the club. So we're going to lotion down. We're going to lather down with the lotions. And then we're going to come out. We're going to hit the stage. We're going to hit the corners. And then we're going to rotate. So we're going to do it 5 to 6 times, 6 rotations. And then we got to have somebody. Okay, that's when we're going to have Grumpy Old Nerd come back. He got to come back, and he going to collect our money. He going to come back with the trash bag and collect all of our money, because the stage going to be covered in money. Okay, so Grumpy Old Nerd is going to come back, him and some of his boys, and they're going to collect all of our money. Okay, and they're going to put it into the trash bag, and like just a quick clean sweep, put it into the trash bag. We're going to go back to the back room. We're going to get back into our regular clothes, and then we're going to sit, and we're going to bust the money down between us. Then we're going to pay dollar bill. We're going to hit the DJ off because he played the jams. Okay. And then we're going to give the lady in the bathroom who be watching the little stuff and making sure we got deodorant and hairspray and all that little stuff back there. We're going to kick her down a little something. Miss Annie. We're going to kick Miss Annie down a little something. And then we all going to put our satin jackets back on, and we all going to get our Downton Abbey totes, and we all going to walk back out. No eye contact with nobody. It's about exclusivity. You got to make the people want you. You can't be in there every night like that. You got to show up. You got to be an exclusive act. And that is what we're going to do. And that is how we're going to hit our licks. We're going to go from city to city. But I don't know if we should really announce if we're going city to city, because, we're going to end up with stalkers. So we got to be careful with that. I don't know. I'm going to let Giandra handle the tour schedule and all that other stuff. But boom. Jazz said, when you said Uncle Luke Scarred was the first song, yep. So we talking Uncle Luke Scar. We talking Back That Thing Up. At one point in time, I need Real Hoes Get Down on the Floor. So then because it just, I don't know, it just brings some, it tap into something, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord delivered me from. And then we just going to get this shmoney. And then after we leave, we going to go to some nice restaurant, and we going to eat real good. I don't know if y'all want to do buffets, but we going to go somewhere eat real good. And then we just going to go back home, and we going to act like, that we was at the movies. Light work. So just saying, if y'all interested, let me know. That's all. That's it. That's all. Okay. So y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for spending time with me. If you are watching this live, please do me a favor and follow me, or hit that little thing up there, or whatever it takes for y'all to stay connected with me. If you enjoyed this live and you had a good time tonight, I know I had a good time. Y'all don't judge me for the stuff that I say when I'm on live. It is always about having a good time with a whole lot of little bit of truth in it. Yep. Lynette said, like the classy ladies that we are. Yes, Naisha, we was at the movies. We had went to go see One Battle After Another again for the 44th time. Yep. So thank you to everyone who is following on TikTok. Thank you, Robert. Hey, Destined to Connect. Thank you for connecting with me. I look forward to connecting with all of you. My ICC best friends on Facebook. Y'all already know what time it is. I love y'all. All right. So I am trying to hold myself accountable, and I am trying to go live every night for a minimum of 1 hour. That's my goal. I am trying to just push past getting used to being on live, and just talking and sharing. So we'll talk, as you can see, it starts out with celebrity news and entertainment, and then it turns into an unauthorized biopic of my life and drama. But I just love getting to know people. I love giving you the opportunity to get to know me, getting to know. Oh, Giandra said Nasty Girl by Vanity. Okay, Giandra, you might have to put my playlist together. Oh, hi. Oh, this is JB Destiny. Hey, boo. Hey. Yeah, me and her go way back. We go way back. So it's just so cool seeing like my old online friends. And when I say old, I mean like we've been in the game together for quite some time, for a very long time. And it's just great to know that we are still connected in some way, shape, or form. So I am so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see you. All right. Lynette said this was good. I love it here. Y'all, I'm just, with everything that I go through during the day with this business and trying to navigate all the different things, when I get on live, y'all see I always try to start out in my professional bag and enunciating my words. And then eventually we end up at the strip club dancing to Vanity with Dollar Bill collecting our money and Grumpy Old Nerd being our opening act. But whatever it takes to keep me from twinkling my toes down to the thing. So yeah. All right, y'all. So tomorrow, Lord willing, I will be going live tomorrow. I'm not sure yet on a time because it is Sunday, and I like to go live about 10 o'clock. Maybe I'll go live at 10 o'clock after watching Task on HBO. Because if y'all not watching Task on HBO, that show is so freaking good. And then on Tuesday, I won't be going live because I'm going to see Ice Cube in concert. So I received 2 media tickets to go write a review of Ice Cube's concert. So that will be interested. So yay, I'll be in the building. And then after going to the concert, probably by Friday, you can look forward to seeing my review of that concert. And then, yeah, I think that's all I got. No, actually, it may be hard to go live every day this week unless I move it up. So basically what I'll do is I'll put out feelers once I figure out my time, because on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'm hosting movie screenings in Atlanta. So that's Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I got to figure out what time I'm going to go live on those days. But it is my goal. I am trying my best. If you gave me stars, thank you. I appreciate you so much. If you gave me gifts during this live chat on TikTok, thank you. If you didn't, that's all right. I'm still learning how to use TikTok too. If you tap in the screen, I see like hearts going up on the side of the screen. So if you're tapping the screen, thank you. If you shared this TikTok, thank you. If you followed me, thank you. If you hit this heart up here and join my fan club, I think it's called, thank you. Okay. And friends, on this side, y'all already know what time it is. I love y'all with my whole heart and like just all up in here. All right. So I hopefully, Lord willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I'm getting ready to go post the Wonder Man trailer because they dropped that today when I was playing with my grandbabies and I didn't even realize it. Okay. So love y'all guys very much. Thank you for spending time with me. I'm going to get out of TikTok first. Bye, y'all. And then I'm going to go ahead and say bye to my best friends. I'm so happy to see all y'all hanging with me tonight. Hey, I'm so happy to see Giandra in here, Naisha, Elena. Elena, where you been? You got here a little bit late. I ain't seen you earlier, but I ain't trying to put you on blast. I know you love me and I love you too. So thank y'all so much for coming in. I need to do some videos too for TikTok. Okay, so now that I'm off the thing with TikTok, let me tell y'all this real quick, what I learned about TikTok. Because hold on, y'all, don't leave me yet. I'm about to tell y'all real quick what I learned about TikTok. TikTok is the ultimate hustle. One thing about TikTok is TikTok tries to trick you into working for them full time. Because, for instance, I went live on TikTok. Now, I was live on TikTok for what? Over an hour, right? And it says that I had 1,000 people come in and out of this TikTok. It says after being on TikTok for over an hour. Look at this. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I know I be trying to show y'all stuff on this thing and it don't want to show it to you. Hold on. If I tilt it down, I don't know. Anyway, it says I made 4 cents. Hold on, I'm going to take this off of here. It says I made 4 cents. The other night when I was on TikTok, I think the other night when we had that live, when I was doing show and tell and showing y'all all the stuff that the people had sent me. And I was like, man, and I saw a lot of stuff moving on the screen, you know, like when you're on TikTok and all the different stuff is floating around on the screen. So I was like, oh man, I must be doing good on TikTok. You know, all the stuff floating around on the screen. I got out and it said 25 cents. So I was like, oh. So basically, TikTok all day long sends me like notifications all day long. If you go live 3 days in a row, you get this. If you go live 4 or 5 days in a row, you get this. If you do this, if you do that, if you do this, if you do that, like literally they nag, press, and harass you all damn day for pennies. Naisha said, yeah, it sucks. I be live for over an hour over there and you get 2 damn cents. I didn't know, because before I started going live on TikTok, you know, because right now I'm literally trying to do everything in order to just try to get my bread back up, right? And get back on my feet financially with the business and all of that. And so, you know, the friends suggested, like, friend, like, get over there on TikTok, get on TikTok, try TikTok. Now, where the bread at, where the money resides on TikTok is the videos for me. But before I went live, you know, I like to do my research. So at night, before I started actually messing with TikTok Live, I would go in and I would watch different people's lives, right? I would just scroll and go in each live for maybe like 15 to 20 minutes and just watch different people, see what they say, see what they do, see if I could understand all the movement on the screen. I still don't understand the movement on the screen. And the fact that I got my eyes is bad don't help either. Naisha said, yeah, I started going live when I be at the gym and you get little to nothing on there. Okay, boom. Lynette said, yes, TikTok reminds me to go daily live. They're not playing on that platform. I don't know how to work all that stuff floating on the screen. Exactly. And I think, okay, so let me just get this one point out, because y'all know my ADHD be having me sounding like I need to be in a white jacket with my arms across my chest. So I started watching other people's lives just to kind of learn. And there's one new friend that I made over on TikTok. Her screen name is Inner Beauty something, but she goes live every morning, Monday through Friday, for a couple hours every morning. And all she does is teach you how to like make money on TikTok. Well, she teaches like, yeah, I guess that's it. She teaches, but she teaches you like how to put stuff on the screen. She teaches you what this means, what this means. So I be in there like I'm in college, like, you know, I'm like, okay, and what do that mean? And why does that say that? And what does this mean? And what does that mean? And what does this mean? And you know, I learned so much from her. So because I learned so much from her, then that's how I went over and bought the little coin things, and I was just throwing everything at her. I was making it rain on her because I was like, listen, she is the only reason why I'm kind of learning. But the minute that you get into it and get in there, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why my jaw hurting right now. I don't know what I'm doing. So it's like, when I go live, I sit my phone up right here. Sometimes y'all can see the top of my phone, and then I'm trying to make sure I give eye contact here. And then I'm reading your comments here. And then I'm trying to jump back over to catch the comments here. But I think with TikTok, When I watch some of them people who really know what they're doing, they're constantly talking like they're at an auction. Right? Naisha said, and you would think me being a millennial and being at the beginning of technology generation, I would know how to work TikTok and don't. Child, ain't no judgment, because it's like the people will be like, oh, thank you, thank you, Lynette, thank you for the heart me, and then they're doing things like, oh, thank you, oh, thank you, and doing all this and doing all that. Child, I'll be on there like, oh shit, I don't know what we doing, and it's like it's very ADHD. And as someone who has ADHD, it just don't feel like a good combination. But I went into this lady's live. Her name is Suzette. She started following me because she saw me and one of somebody's TikTok live, and I followed back because I felt like that was the right thing to do. So I went into her thing. When I tell you she got that shiznit down to a science, y'all, I'm sure she making hand over foot, because her screen stay full. Now she said, I got asthma and ADHD. It won't work. Listen, see, walking on live. I'm serious, Shantae. Look, her screen stay full. Her screen like this. You can barely see her. But let me tell you what she's doing. She is on her live, basically telling people that if you want to be successful on TikTok, that TikTok watches the way you behave in other people's lives. Sound like this. Is that so? So she was like, TikTok watches the way you behave. So if you give other people gifts, you earn points by giving other people gifts. So I was like, that sounds like some bullshit. But then when I went back to my friend and her beauties live, she was like, don't forget to claim your points afterwards. And I was like, what you mean claiming points? So after you send people stuff on TikTok, it's some area you go to that you're supposed to claim your points, and then it tells you that you done leveled up to this, that, and the third, and so then you get little numbers and carrying on next to your name. And then it tells you like that you done leveled up in this person's room, or you really like this person and you support this person a lot. So you do gain points. But y'all, it feels like a simulation. It really feels like a simulation. And my thing is this. I've been working so hard this past year and feeling like I haven't seen a lot of fruits of my labor. I get like this, flashes in the pan, right? I'll get a brand deal here. Weeks will go by, I'll get a brand deal here. Just right before I start taking my socks and shoes off, something to come through. So I know that's God. God like, no. Put them foots up. Put them foots up. So every time I get ready to slide my soccer shoe off, something to come through. But I am constantly banging my head up against the wall, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. How to get this to work. Why isn't this working? Like everything that used to work for me don't work no more. And I literally mean everything. And I see people who are literally doing the same things that I used to do or that I do, and it's working for them. So then that's when my conspiracy theory mind start feeling like somebody somewhere plotting against me. But anyway, so she said, Naisha said, I follow this lady who scratches lottery tickets. I definitely done leveled up with her. See, that's the thing. And then I overthink because I'm like, now, when I started talking about like just having fun, talking to stripper talk and all that, that's when the most people stayed in that live. Interesting enough, because it'll show you when somebody come in and go out. And I see where sometimes when people come in a room, they'll shout them out. Hey, Ray. When people come into a TikTok room, the host, that's how I done got caught up. Because, when I'm trying to do my research, I walk into a room and the host be like, welcome Ice Cream Convos. And I'd be like, oh, hey, now I feel like I got to stay for 5-10 minutes because now I feel ignorant walking out. So it's like, I don't want to end up like just running into another wall. Even In 1 week, I have made about $90 on TikTok just off of one video. I think just one video or two videos. The video I did about Nikki Gilbert, and hold on. This thing is telling me congratulations about something. Congratulations, you collected 400 diamonds through live. Well, 400 diamonds equal 4 cents. I've gone live 3 days this week, and it says in total, I made 19 cents. That can't be right because it said I made 25 cents one day. I don't know. It says Our Lovely gave me the most gifts. Thank you, Our Lovely. This is TikTok. It says I completed a challenge. What challenge did I complete? So anyway, let me go over here because I want to show y'all this. But here's the thing with the videos. Here's what they don't tell you. Now you get on the people who make, I know, the people who make the most money on TikTok. Hear me out. I always say this. The people who make the most money on TikTok are the people who are always trying to tell you how to make the most money on TikTok. It's the old sell a dream scheme, right? It's the people who got 1,000,001 online courses to tell you how they made $1 million and you can make $1 million too if you buy their online course. But the truth of the matter is they're making the $1 million off of the people buying the online course, not necessarily what's inside the online course, right? So it's almost like what came first, the chicken or the egg? So it's like with this whole TikTok thing, those are the people who are making the most money on TikTok. Those videos where people be like, stop. You know how to get out of $200, 200 jail, 300 view jail, blah, 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 blah. And you look to the side and they got 16, 30, 40, 50,000 views because everybody is on. They have sold, TikTok has managed to sell the narrative that if you want to get paid, you need to be on TikTok because that's where the money resides. That is the narrative that they have been able to push out, that if you want to get paid, TikTok is where the money resides. So people get on TikTok and I bet tomorrow if I started a page and I started acting like I was a TikTok expert and I was just telling people how to make money on TikTok, I could blow that page up and I probably make money hand over foot. And I'm wondering why I'm not doing that. Because the reason why I'm not doing it, because it's just not in me to be trying to scheme people because I really don't know what the hell is going on TikTok. So I just be over there trying to scheme people and the Lord not going to reward that. So anyway, the videos. I thought that all I would have to do is to get into the Creator Rewards program and maybe I could turn my situation around. Okay, hear me out. I get into the Creator Rewards program with y'all's help because y'all really made that happen for me. So I 1000% understand that and I am 1000% grateful. I'm posting these videos. Once I actually got into the Creator Rewards program, I thought everything was going to change for me and I was going to have another stream of income that replaced all the ones I have seemingly lost over the past year and a half. Well, here's the catch. On TikTok, you only make money if your video is over 1 minute, if it has over 1,000 views, and all of those views, well, not all of them. You only get paid for the views that come from the For You page. Okay, hold up, wait a damn minute. Because Emily, Todd, and Keisha, and Tamika, and everybody else who've been making these videos yelling in my face like the dude that be on them ads, top dog lawyers, they told me that if I want my videos to go viral, if I want more views on my videos, then I need to optimize them for SEO because TikTok is now a search engine. But I quickly learned that if your video ends up getting categorized, because apparently for months, people have been telling me, if your video gets categorized on TikTok, that is the holy grail. Because now if I make a video about Tulsa King and if I go to my page and above it, it says Tulsa King, that means my video has been categorized. And if someone searches Tulsa King, then I have a chance of my video coming up and then I'm going to get more views. What they don't tell you is if you are in the Creator Rewards program and you get 80,000 views and your video gets categorized and you get 80,000 views, and 70,000 views of those videos came from someone searching and your video popping up, and only the 10,000 remaining views came from the For You page, you are only going to get paid for those 10,000 views that came from the For You page. Surprise, 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 surprise. So, with that being said, I want to just my top earning is fat. The game is rigged and it's rigged for no one to win. So I called my best friend and I said, "Bestie," and she said, "What's up?" And I said, "Listen," and she said, "Okay." And I said, "These people been teaching me for months that I need to optimize every single video for search engine optimization because TikTok is a search engine. And if I want more views on my video and I want to go viral and I want to get paid on TikTok, these videos need to be optimized." Y'all, I'm using Chat GPT. Like, what keywords should I be using? I'm putting the words on the screen, swiping them to the side. I'm doing all the things that the TikTok gurus done told me to do. Y'all, how about this? My number one video on TikTok is the U.S. Supreme Court denies Nikki Gilbert's P-Valley lawsuit. This video has 47,000 views. They told me that only 35,000 of my views qualified. And the reason being is because 15% of people only watch the video for 5 seconds or less. Watch less than 5 seconds. How is the house sway? Because as soon as you open TikTok, I be like, so that would basically mean I'd be like, "Friend," and they be like, "Nope." Because I usually start all my videos with like, "Friend." And they just be like, "Nope." Or either I come up and they just swipe on past me. So they're telling me 15.62% of people watch this video less than 5 seconds. 6% of the people, well, 7%, 6.98, watch the video more than once. Now that, I'm flattered because y'all cared enough to watch it more than once. Okay. Okay. 2% did not watch from the For You feed. Okay. Now here's what I want to tell you. 47,000 views, 35,000 qualified views. This is the best metric that I'm going to get. And let me tell you why. Because after talking to my best friend, I said, if they are going to take the views away from me because I made it into the search engine, then I need to stop optimizing my videos. Why am I optimizing my videos? Because if my videos make it into the search, then all the views I get, I'm not going to get paid for them. I don't care about the people just looking to be looking. I care about making the money. I did not optimize this video to the best of my ability. Outside of just telling people what's going on in the caption, I did not go above and beyond for keywords. So this video, come on, I want to get to the page where it actually tells me as far as like, it won't tell me. Hold on, y'all. I want it to tell me. Oh, I know where to go. Sorry. If I start talking, oh, hold on. Because I want, oh, no. I don't need to share that. Okay. Right here. Where is it? Nikki, where you at? Okay, so
Gilbert's 5-year battle over
right now it says this video has 49,000 views. It says this video has 48,999,000 views, right? It says that 97% of the views on this video came from the For You page because I did not optimize this video at all. So because of that, so far, I have made $84.27 on one video that I put out on October 8th, 3 days ago. I'm not even seeing this kind of money on my website that I sit up and write on all god darn day. Okay, but hear me out. I'm going to show you an example where they got me. Where did they get me? Jagged Edge. Jagged Edge is going on tour, y'all, and it's got this people in a tizzy, and I'm going to tell you about Jagged Edge's tour, right? Soon as I pull it up, the first thing, I know y'all can't see it, but it says Jagged Edge up here, which means they done put me in the search engine. This video had 10,000 views, 10,900 views to be exact. I made $8.07 on this video. Why? Because 49% of my views came from the For You page and 47.8 views came from search. So if I go back to TikTok Studio and look at my earnings, where is the Jagged Edge? Hold on. So this is how they get you. They only gave me credit for 2,000 views on a video that has 10,000 views. So this is what they don't tell you, because I thought once I got monetized, as long as I make a good video and as long as it get views, I would be in the land of milk and honey. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. This milk got curds and whey. Another time that they got me, this is where they really, really hurt my feelings. I did a video about the Queens. Remember the Queens tour I went to, and I had the little clip of each one of them singing? Okay. Exactly. That's what I was telling JB last night at 2:00 in the morning when he was trying to go to sleep. It should not matter where the views come from. But let's go back to this Queens thing. The Queens video on TikTok got 9,700 views. They only gave me credit for 800 views and paid me $4.81. Strings attached. Yep. And so this is what people don't know. And the TikTok gurus that's hyping everybody up. Oh, you got to post. If you really want to make money on TikTok, and if you really want to grow on TikTok, you got to post 3, 4, 5 times a day. Y'all not going to try to trick me into being on TikTok like it's a full-time job. Now, hear me out. If every single video I put up, if I could put up 4 videos a day and make about $100 on each video, then yeah, I'll lay up over there. I'll lay up. Every time y'all, girl, what you do? Zavi don't even come on the other live no more. I'm over here talking about, hey, friends. Hey, oh, love. Oh, love. Yes. Thank you for my crown. Thank you for my child, please. Be over there all day. No, nope. Actually, I wouldn't even waste I feel like, honestly, TikTok live is a waste of time. I'm going to just keep it a bean. Look at yesterday. I was trying to tell y'all about a giveaway. Yesterday, they violated me for telling people to go to my website. Yo, if I got the talking code, I don't need to be over there because my mouth too slick and quick. Hey, our lovely. Like my mouth too like I speak a lot of times, especially when I'm like cutting up and being silly and having fun. I don't think about what I'm saying ahead of time, or like, oh, that might be a violation word, because I'm just having fun and I want to make y'all laugh and I want to make y'all have a good time. We all on this thing trying to escape whatever. Like Lynette said, listen, we've been adulting all day. Now it's time to come in here and act silly. We get in our 4 quadrants and we do some stripping. So we trying to have fun. But yeah, TikTok is a big ass hustle. It's a big ass hustle. Okay. Oh, this the one. This is the one that made me be like, I might cuss somebody out. I did a video about the renewal of Lioness. I didn't even realize that this video had blew up. I didn't even know it blew up because when I posted it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all know I love Lioness. So a lot of times, sorry, my stomach itching. I'll get excited about shows and I be thinking everybody else just is excited about the show. Because remember, I told y'all if I could, I would only do TV and movies. But so I got really excited when they finally renewed Lioness, because Paramount Plus always play with that show. And I feel like they play with it because a Black woman is the lead character, but I ain't going to go into all of that. All right. I made the video. I'm all super excited. Oh, Frens, blah, blah. Lioness got renewed, blah, 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 blah. And I also felt like Lioness video would go because it's a universal show, if you get my drift. We got Zoe Saldana, but we also got Nicole Kidman. So it's a universal show, because my first viral video ever was talking about God darn 1923. So, hold on. Lynette said TikTok used to be the place to be because all the other platforms were super censored. Now they just as bad. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. So I put out the Lioness video. Oh, sorry, y'all. I put out the Lioness video and I kept coming back and looking, and it was like 20 views. I thought I was in TikTok jail. So I was like, 200 jail. So I was like, dang, okay, well, that's disappointing, because now every time I do a video, the prayer is that it at least hit 1,000, and then it keeps going from the 1,000. But please don't go into search. Just stay on the For You page. Well, then next thing I know, I kept seeing comments pop up on the video, and I'm like, oh, okay, comments. So people must be looking at it. Hold on, y'all. I can't take my glasses off. My glasses, I feel like my head swole up. My glasses felt real tight on this side of my head today. Hold on. I was like, is my head swelling? Okay. It might be this barrette. I don't know. Okay. I go back, y'all, and to my surprise, this video has... Hush, girl. This video has 29.9 thousand views. I had, my gray hair. I had no idea. You know why I had no idea? Because I made $1.19 off of a video with 29,905 views. $1.19. Why? Because it says 68% of my views came from search. I didn't ask them to put this video in search. I didn't ask y'all to categorize this. So that's the hustle. If they don't want to pay you for something, they just categorize it and throw it into the search. So you sit in there and you see the views, but you're not going to get paid for them. And I have absolutely no way to control it. Here's what I think I'm about to really start doing to fight getting categorized. See, Lynette said I'd be pissed and frustrated. It's almost like why I try that. This is just, hold on. That's the story of my life. That's my life in a sentence. Oh, my friend looks so pretty in that picture. This is, hey, Zavi, how you feeling? Like this. like this. Oh, my nails need to be done so bad. Like this. This is how, if you want to know how I'm doing, like this. So it's like I'm taking the time to try to make these videos. I even started like, oh, ChatGPT, help me. Right. And look, they categorize me. Lioness season 3, right there at the top, categorize me.
After nearly
so yeah. Yeah. So let me see. I want to see how many. So I did a video, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, 79,362 views. And the videos start going and going and going. So then they threw me over in the search. So before they threw me into the search, I had already logged 71% of For You. Then they threw me into the search. So I got 28% search. So on a video with 80,000 views, I made $51.20 because they only gave me credit. Oh, let me see. How much credit did they give me? Where is it? Where is Cardi? They only gave me credit for 26,000 views on a video that had 79,000 views. And my RPM was 26 cents. So if they had gave me at least a 55-cent RPM, I could have made $100. But they dropped the RPM in half. And trust, and I don't curse in my videos. I edit my videos, so it's not like they can be like, oh, you know, she used bad words or she subject matter. I censor everything. All that. So out of a video that had 80,000 views, 79,000, 80,000 views, they only gave me credit for 26,000 views, and then they dropped the RPM in half to 26 cents. For me to make $51.21. So it's like, I mean, now the video that really triggered me to the whole don't get in search was I did a video about Braxton P. Hartnett and GPS Girl being married. And I did the video because a lot of people still didn't know that they had been married for they're together 18, married 27, something like that. But a lot of people didn't know that they were together. Where's that video? And this is what alerted me to, hey, stay out of search. Because did you know I did the video, it got 14,000 views, and I made $20. So I was like, okay, cool. 94% For You, because who the hell is searching Braxton P. Hartnett in 2025? Nobody. And that's the kicker. So in other words, and this was the first video that I actually made money on. And I made $20, and you could not tell me nothing. I was Millie rocking on every block in this house. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I have the ability to make money. So then I said, okay, well, maybe I need to start making evergreen content. Oh, my face is so greasy. I need to start making evergreen content that is interesting, but people won't search. They don't search for it. Like, I don't know. How many times did Tisha Campbell get called big head on Martin? Something, just something that will still be of interest to people, or a little known fact, just evergreen content that someone will find interesting enough to watch and share it, but it's not on anyone's radar to search for it. So that way I'll stay out of that freaking search, and I can maybe actually make a piece of penny. But yeah, so I just needed to get that off my chest, because y'all know, yeah. I needed to get that off my chest and let somebody know, like, hey, it's a hustle going on over there. It's a hustle going on. Like, it's a hustle. And I mean, but you see people over there making money, and then you see these people with all these views, and then you see videos that go viral, and it's like millions and millions of views on it, but then it's only 7 seconds long. So I know you didn't get paid for that, right? Because the rules are the video got to be a minute long. You should have seen me. One day I did a video and I literally was talking slow. Like, I was talking slow, like my human internet connection was lagging, just so the video could make it to 1 minute. Yeah, it got to be a better way, because I'm just, y'all, I made up my mind. Like, I'm going to just be so honest with y'all, like I always do. Ice Cream Conversations anniversary was on October 8th. I didn't even say anything about the anniversary until the 10th, yesterday, because I was going through so much on the 8th that I literally forgot it was the anniversary of my business for 2 straight days. The 8th, I forgot the 8th. I forgot leading all the way up to the 8th. I forgot on the 8th. I forgot on the 9th. And I was like, oh, let me just say something on the 10th and at least acknowledge it. Because it don't feel like no anniversary. No one would have ever been able to tell me or convince me that my business would look like this today. But it do. So in reflection, I told JB, I was like, yo, I just need this business to last until Destiny graduates from high school. And the reason why I just needed to last until Destiny graduates from high school is because she's a senior now. She works between school, work, her clubs. Like, she got all these clubs she wants to be a part of and all that to look good for college and so on and so forth. So between her schedule, I can't go get a full-time job somewhere because she doesn't have a car. Me and her are she basically got my car, because guess where I be at? I have sat in this chair working so hard and so long that I have messed up my tailbone some way, shape, or form. Like, my tailbone. That's Destiny texting me right now. Y'all see how my little bestie, I mentioned her name and she just texted me. Hold on, let me see what she said. She said, I love this picture of us. Hold on, can y'all see? Y'all remember this picture, right? From when me and her went to Alvin and Ailey. I don't know why y'all can't see it, but see, that's why I just love this kid. She just texted me. What time is it? 12:45, just to tell me she loved a picture of me and her. So it's like, she basically got my car. Like, she gets up in the morning, she drives herself to school, she drives back home. And so Lynette says senior year costs and getting a full-time job realistically is not yeah. So here's the thing. Des is so smart. She joined the social media club at school. So like all her senior dues and stuff are covered. She works, she's working part-time. So she's going to school, high school. She's doing dual enrollment at Gwinnett Tech College. She is working part-time. And she's still trying to have like a little piece of social life. So she's a responsible kid. She drives herself to school. After school, she goes to whatever club or she goes to the library to work on her Common App for college with her best friend. She comes home and brings me something to eat for lunch. And then, or sometimes me and her, if she got the day off, we'll go out and have lunch together. But she is the one that's always moving and shaking. I'm stationary right here trying to make heads and tails, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. So I just want her to get through her senior year. And then when she goes on to school, then I can go ahead and go on down to to the TJ Maxx or to the Amazon or to the something, or go back. I don't even want to go back into accounting. I don't have the bandwidth in my brain to be dealing with crunching numbers no more. I don't even want to go. I just want some type of soft ass job. Like, child, I'm about to start asking would you like fries with that? Like, I just need something that just ain't. I'm about to be 50 years old. I want to have something, and I'm really getting tired of like fighting with this. And if the site was doing what it was supposed to be doing, I wouldn't even have to touch social media. But it's not. So now I'm doing the rat race and chasing on social media. I thought I was getting some traction on YouTube, but baby, them days is over. Like, my YouTube videos be getting 10, 20, maybe 30 views. And when I go into the comments, y'all be like, "Hey, friend, I'm here like I always do." So it be y'all. But, and it's, they say YouTube is a search engine. No, it's not. It's not for me, because I fully optimize everything I put on YouTube and it gets dust. So YouTube ain't working for me no more, because what's today? The 10th. So far this month, I have only made $40 on YouTube. Last month, I had to ask y'all to go run the videos up just for me to hit the $100 cutoff to get a payment. So it's just, y'all, I'm as tired. And I probably can't even be a stripper at this point, because my stamina is low. I probably can only do like one of the little songs before he go, bloop, and then I got to go tap out. I got to tap one of y'all in. So it's like, child. But yeah, it's so oh yeah, today's the 11th. Okay. Well, today's the 12th now. Yeah. But anyway, so it's just, I just want to just be able to be at home and available to her, for her to be able just to take the car and do what she got to do, because dad is already working full time. But I'm as tired. And I just feel like every day is a rat race. Like, what's going to work? What's not going to work? Is this going to work? Is that going to work? So like, when I get like the little gifts and stuff, like that's like a cute perk and stuff. And it's fun. And I love surprises. So I'm always happy to be thought of and to be and feel appreciated and receive these things. But I can't take them down to the electric company. I can't take them down to the car note people. I can't take it down to the State Farm and car insurance. So with that being said, yeah, child, nigga just tired. Get tired. But we're going to be all right. Kendrick, that's what Kendrick Lamar said. We're going to be all right. But yeah, I just had to tell y'all about that damn TikTok hustle. Because I'm like, yo, they are hustling over there. And when I got off that live and saw them pennies, I had to say something. But I can't say it over there, child, because they'll lock the front door on me. But so now I'm just going to try to stick to just doing little videos, and hopefully it'll work. Hopefully it won't. Child, this dude said, bruh, we still waiting on season 2. That's what he wrote on Lioness. Loud and Wrong people be cracking me up. I did a video about Eddie Winslow last night, and some dude came in and told me that man just died, and here I come being messy. And before I knew it, I wrote back, the fuck is you talking about? Child, he thought Eddie Winslow was Malcolm Jamal Warner. Why is you in my space being loud and wrong? In my space being loud and wrong. You ain't even got your black men together. And now this person is saying, bruh, we still waiting on Lioness season 2. Now, I done already watched Lioness season 2, and I'm waiting on Lioness season 3. Child, these apps are nuts. You hear me? All I can do is laugh at these people, because I be trying not to cuss at people on the internet. I be trying real hard. And you know what else? Lynette said, I saw that. And I was like, wait, girl. And I thought that Well, no. I thought my Ernie Hudson interview would have done better because he's an icon. And at the very least, I thought that what's that show? The Family Business. Oh, Lord, I done dropped my phone. I thought the Family Business people would show up and show love for Mr. Hudson, like the way people showed out for Rico Ross. Like, people still running up my Rico Ross interview on YouTube. But the catch is they're running it up on the Xaviera page where I'm not monetized. So every single day, someone comments on that, someone likes, shares, or watches and comments on that video, but it is on the Xaviera page where I'm not monetized. But the interview of him that is on the Ice Cream Convos page, dead in the water. So yeah. So y'all just pray my strength in the Lord. Ain't that what they say when they giving testimony in church? Pray my strength in the Lord. Because, and see, I can't even get excited. Like, this lioness video is on fire right now, but I can't get excited about it because it's all from search. It's not the For You page. So I ain't gonna see a dime for it. Baby, the world is a ghetto. Everybody's hustling everybody. That came from the Martin Lawrence show. That's what he told Gina. So yeah, it is what it is. But all right, y'all been hanging with me. We've been talking for almost 2. Thank you, Lynette. I really, you know what? And I guess I'm just emotionally attached to that Ernie Hudson interview because of everything that happened with the interview. It didn't record, him being generous enough to do it again. And then our second conversation being better than the first, as I didn't think that was even possible. So I think I'm emotionally connected to that interview. So I'm going to always be in my feelings about it in some way, shape, or form. But that man is a great human being. He is a great human being. And I so enjoy talking to him from the bottom of my heart. I was watching, like, when I was editing the clip today, I was like, oh, I told Mr. Hudson that after watching Oz, I wanted to be an inmate. Nice work, Xaviera. Nice work. I was like, again, I told y'all when I get caught up, I just brain off, mouth on. I told Mr. Hudson that Oz was so good to me, I wanted to be an inmate. My God, today. And when I watched it back, he started laughing. Like, you wanted to be okay. Oh, Lynette said y'all flowed so well. You know what I tried to do with him? Y'all know I'm a chatty patty. Y'all know this. It's okay. We ain't got the sugarcoat. What's understood don't need to be explained. I am a chatty patty. But I'm trying to learn, especially when I'm speaking to people that I greatly respect, to just shut the F up, ask my question, shut the F up, and let them talk. Because the people are here to hear them talk. They are not here to hear me talk. Now, if I have something that I feel like it resonates with me in some way, shape, or form, or because in the first conversation, it was a lot of like, he was like, I was raised by my grandmom. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was raised by my grandmom too. And he was like, for real? Like, so we got into that. And then in the first, these are some of the things that weren't in the second conversation. And then in the first conversation, what was it? I mentioned my grandbabies and he was like, you got grandchildren? And I was like, yes, Mr. Hudson, I got 3 grandbabies. And he was like, what? He was like, wow. He was like, well, I got something grandkids. And I think he said he has something like 9 grandkids and 18 great grands or something. But he has a very big family, And I'm just so happy that, he was blessed. You know what, Lynette? Thank you so much for saying that. And thank you, Shantae. Shantae said, we love it though. Lynette said, I didn't sound scripted and that's what she liked. probably to my own detriment. I don't write out my interview questions. I just like make like little notes. So I made like a note where I was like, legend in Hollywood, something, something, something. Okay. But yeah, I'm getting ready to get to you, life in this season. So I just really wanted to have a conversation with him. And while having the conversation, you have like me being starstruck, me being in awe of him, me loving him with my whole heart, me realizing what a legend he is, and then him being so vulnerable and so transparent and like basically telling me he had to take jobs that other people could turn their nose up at because he needed to take care of his kids because he was a single dad. Like, you can't tell me nothing. So Life in This Season said, have you considered reviewing All Is Fair with Kim K? Yo, let me tell you about that. So, that All Is Fair, I posted the trailer. So I post trailers on Instagram, but I don't post trailers on Facebook because I don't know how they gonna act with me like that. But on Instagram, the studios and stuff really be wanting you to post the trailers, right? So I post a lot of trailers. I posted that All Is Fair, and for some reason I feel like I remember it doing really well. 10,488 views. So people are very excited about All Is Fair. I know at first people were like kind of feeling some type of way because they put Kim Kardashian center mass when you got Glenn Close, Niecy Nash, Sarah Paulson. But I mean, it's Hulu. And you know, Hulu in bed with the Kardashians. So of course, and Ryan Murphy is, of course, he's going to put Kim in the front. So I wasn't surprised about that. But Life in This Season, can you tell me if you mean like doing something weekly, like after every episode? Because I was about to say I've never done that, and I'm telling a lie. I just started doing that with Tulsa King to see if that's something that I'm able to do and keep up. So let me know if you mean like just watching the whole series and then saying, hey, y'all, this is what I think about it. This is what you may need to check out, or like one of those like episode after every episode type of situations, because I'm really enjoying trying to do that with Tulsa King, even though Tulsa King is like sending me to infinity and beyond right now. So much so, I was so impassioned about that last episode when I did the video. One dude wrote me on YouTube and was like, you do know this is a TV show, right? So I wanted to write back, but I held my mule. I let Jesus take the wheel, and I held my mule because I wanted to write back and be like, you know, this is a review, right? It's a review of a show. So if I just sat there the whole time, like, so on the last episode of Tulsa King, so then they had went down to the thing, and then the thing was thanging at the thing, and then after all the things had thanged, then they thang back home. No, I'm going to be like, and then this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Keep people engaged. Because you know how many people got in the comments on TikTok and was like, child, I was just as mad as you was. One woman said she walked away from the episode. She was so pissed off. So, but yeah, so I was like, well, maybe I gave a little bit too much passion. Lynette said, trolls will troll. Yeah, they do. They do. Naisha said, that's why I like your interviews, because it don't sound like you forcing it. It just flows. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to make it sound more like a conversation than an interview, but you will notice that there are some people that I literally have to pull teeth. I think the last person that I felt like I had to pull teeth was Melvin Gregg. And that interview did not go well to me. I am such a fan of Melvin Gregg. And when we got done, it didn't give what I thought it was supposed to have gave. And I don't know if it was a him thing or a me thing. But I am the type that my best friend and I were talking about it the other day. She said, you know what I noticed about you when I was watching your interviews? And I said, what? She said, you come into every interview with a certain amount of energy. So it's me and it's my guest. And I come in with a certain amount of energy. And if my guest's energy is down here, then I try to overcompensate. And then if it's still down here, then I try to overcompensate some more. And basically by the end of the interview, I am completely worn. Like I'm literally, you ever see somebody sing and they be singing so good and then they just like be the old school singers when they used to sing down and then they just drop at the end like, whoo, that took everything out of me. That is how I feel when I get done with interviews with certain people. And that's the way I felt after interviewing Melvin Gray. I knew that he was low energy. As soon as he came on the interview like this. He logged on. I pulled him. I got a gray hair going crazy. Hold on. It's in my eyes. I'm about to yank it. I just can't grab it. All right. I'm going to try not to yank it. Soon as he came on, he was doing this. I was like, I know that. That's what Eve be doing when she ain't get enough sleep the night before. He was literally doing like this when he came on the interview. And I was like, oh, is you tired? He was like, man, my boys had me up early this morning. And I was like, here we go. Here we go. And then there's some people who just aren't talkers, but they actors. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you the worst interview I ever had pulling teeth was that damn Donnell Jones. I started to ask him, sweetie doo doo dee doo dee dee, you don't want to be here? Is this where you want to be? Because what is going on? I would ask him a question. He would give me a one-word answer. Donnell Jones was the worst interview I had probably ever had in my life. I was like, Okay, so Life in Season said she feels like I should do something weekly. I think you will bring a new audience. I think you will bring in a new audience. You would be great for it. First, thank you for even saying that. She said, I also think being that your background is celebrity news, it gives you an edge. Yeah, Naisha said, bye, friend. Yeah, I think, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to try to do it just for you. I'm going to try to do it just for you because I was really trying to do the movie reviews because, you know, I get to go to the advanced screenings and I figure I'll go to the advanced screenings and then I'll do the movie review. And then that way I could let people know whether or not they should check out a film. And the Conjuring review did very good, but the Conjuring review has a ravenous fan base. So people were so down bad about that film. They were literally begging me to tell them what happened in the film before they go to the theater. And then I enjoyed the film. I was scared. I said a prayer before the film started, but I enjoyed the film. It was a horror film, but I felt like it had a lot of heart and a lot of messaging as far as family is concerned and so on and so forth. So I enjoyed the film. There was a few people who came back to tell me off after they saw the film, talk about you must scare easy. That film was whack and blah, blah. So I just wrote back, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Because that's what my dad tell me when I start complaining. I'll be like, rum. My dad be like, sorry to hear that. So, you know, those situations where you're kind of, and I think that literally kind of burnt me out on even doing the movie reviews because it's like people don't have the cognitive skill to realize if I'm doing a movie review, I'm doing a movie review based off of my personal opinion of the things that I like. So y'all as consumers, like most of us have been online friends or online best friends for at least 2 to 5 years. So when I tell y'all to watch something and y'all go watch it, if you enjoy it, you be like, all right, best friend put me on, best friend put me on. I tell you to watch something else. You go watch it. You enjoy it. Okay. At some point, there's a connection. You know that what I think is good, more than likely, you're going to think is good too. If we are strangers passing through the streets of the internet and you just happen to come across my video and you have never seen my other things, or you don't know the other shows and TV shows and movies that I've recommended, you don't know what my preference is. Shantae said some people just want to argue. Facts. You don't know what my preference is, so you don't know if your preference matches my preference, right? So I think The Conjuring good. You thought it was whack. Apparently, you wanted someone to jump off of the screen and murder you in the audience for you to think it was scary. So it's just like, learn the person. If you're going to take suggestions on TV and film from someone, find out what their preferences are. And if they match yours, then you know whether or not you can trust their suggestions. Sorry, hit my ring. Ouch. I mean, it's that simple. You ain't got to be coming over here arguing with me because I like something and you didn't like it. I didn't say universally everybody is going to like this. I literally tell people, I hope you enjoy this as much as I did. I hope you enjoy the film as much as I do. People coming back. And it's always, they got to get smart. Always. Talking me crazy on YouTube. So, yeah. Lynette says, sometimes I'll go watch something based on your review. Like, wait, let me see what my friends say first. Yeah, I mean, and we're not going to always agree on everything. But once you know the kind of thing that I like, and if I like what you like and you like what I like, then we could like it together. But yeah, so I really would like to do something that people can kind of expect, because I pick up one new subscriber at a minimum, 1 to 2 subscribers on YouTube every single day, but my views go nowhere. So I'm like, where are all these people at? Because they're not touching my videos. So Life in Season said, I think movie reviews are one and done, whereas people who may not have Hulu can still be in a may not have Hulu can still be in the loop weekly. Yeah. Right. Like, if it don't apply, let it fly. Yeah. Everything don't have to be an argument. I like that. I like that idea, Life in Season. I do. I like that idea. I have a friend. Her name is It's Rocks. She's like one of my favorite YouTubers. And she is so cool because she's one of my favorite YouTubers. And then she popped up at the ICC anniversary party. And it was just like, I was so touched that one of my favorite YouTubers like popped out for my ICC anniversary party, and we were jamming together and like, hey. So, she will review stuff, and I like, she reviews Real Housewives of Potomac. I do not watch that show, but I watch all of her reviews of it because she basically recaps it while throwing her own opinion on top of it. So I feel like I watched the episode and then I don't even have to stomach those ladies because I like Rocks. That's my friend. So I like listening to her talk and I love her opinion on things. So I just watch her talk. I watch her talk about shows I don't even watch because I like the way she did. I like her perspective on it. So maybe I could try that, Life in the Season. I'm gonna just call you Live. Oh, that's KC. Live. They turned his mic off. He was like, Live. Yeah. They turned his mic off. That was so funny when they turned his mic off. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try. I am open to everything that's gonna keep me from twinkling my toes on the thing. I'm open to it. So yeah. Y'all, thank you. Thank you for the after party. I guess this was the after party after the live. But I ain't mean to be fussing about everything, but it just is what it is. But TikTok is a scam. I'm gonna make a t-shirt that'd be like, TikTok is a scam. Be like, TikTok, lock TikTok up with Wendy Osefo. Shantae talking about sang us out. Everything that I hope for is gone now, buried in the ground. Yep, Zavi After Dark. Yeah, we're gonna have our after party. But yeah, thank y'all. This was nice. This was fun. Thank you. Thank you. Because again, I told you I wasn't feeling 100%. And I don't know. If I wake up tomorrow and I still feel like weird, like I've been feeling since it started like Thursday, I'm going straight to the doctor on Monday and be like, draw my blood and tell me what's up. But okay, y'all. I love y'all. And life in this season. Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the fam. I always love seeing new faces. Welcome to the ICC family. These are my best friends in here. So we welcome you with open arms and thank you for joining in from YouTube. But yeah, so all right. Hopefully we'll go live tomorrow. I'm thinking about 10 o'clock. I'm thinking about 10, but dang, that's Sunday night though. Maybe I'll go live at 8. Maybe I'm probably gonna cook dinner tomorrow. Okay, y'all, I'm a plan. I'm gonna try to go live at 8. Hear me out. Because 7. No, 7 is pushing it. I might still be cooking dinner. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all know by 6. I'm gonna let y'all know by 6 o'clock. I'm gonna post on Facebook. I'm gonna or either just put the thing up that say we going live tonight. I'm gonna get that up by 6 to let y'all know if we going live at 7 or if we going live at 8. Because if we go live at 7, then that'll give me a little more wiggle room in case I start getting too chatty. But if we go live at 8, then that will make me stay within my 1 hour parameter because at 9 o'clock, my entire family is seated for task on HBO. Also, one last bit of information. We are overdue for a watch party. So I need for y'all to decide what y'all want to watch. I would love for us to dive into a series, but I know that's going to take a lot of time unless we do something like we take an hour and we just bump each episode out in a different watch party. But what the heck is JB down there watching? Oh, y'all, my husband is watching Hunting Wives. We went to dinner tonight and he could not stop talking about it. That thing got him sewed up down there. Okay, so it says, okay, if you go at 8, I'm going to be multitasking. Okay, would 7 be better for you, Naisha? Let me know. Because if 7 would be better, I'll push for 7. And then if it roll into 8, then you could start multitasking at 8. But yeah, we watch Task. If you're not watching Task, but yeah, okay, I already did that. Watch party. We need to figure out a movie that we're gonna watch on our next watch party. It could be an old school John that we just run back and have fun with, or I can try to find something new that's out. Have y'all seen Substance? Because that movie is crazy as hell. And if y'all have not seen Substance, it is crazy as hell. And that could be our watch party, unless y'all got something better that y'all want to watch or something. Because when we do the watch party, y'all got to tell me what y'all want to watch, and then I got to make sure I can get access to it in the watch party areas. So let me know. You can email me, put it in the chat, just let me know, put it in the Patreon, let me know. And also, I have 3 winners. Oh, you watch. Okay. Wasn't it crazy? Substance is crazy. Naisha said it don't matter. The Lions playing Sunday night. Girl, not you talking about football. But I ain't mad at you because football people be footballing. I say it was hella crazy. Yeah, that ending completely blew my mind. Yeah, Substance is good. So if y'all want to go ahead and do Substance, it is wild. It deals a lot with body dysmorphia and how far someone will go to try to remain looking young. What else I wanted to tell you? Oh, my last thing. Now that we off TikTok, only 3 people claimed the Downton Abbey tote bags. So I still got 2 left. So all you have to do is go to icecreamconvos.com. There is a post on the site that says live chat giveaway or ICC live giveaway. It is a password protected post. It's a password protected blog post. You just put in the word Abbey, Abbey, like Downton Abbey, but Abby, all lowercase. You can get access. I'm giving away the tote bags. 3 people have already claimed the tote bags. The first night that I announced the tote bags, the what's the name system that takes the entries wasn't working properly. So I got to figure out what's wrong with that. But to be honest with you, I haven't had time to even dig into it and find out what's wrong. So I had to run it back. So I still have 2 left because I believe it's 5 totes in all. I still have 2 left. So if you would like the tote, you can just go over to the site and fill it in. I'm going to try my best to get the totes out next week. And then I also put the 2 teacups that have the candle in it. They're also on there if you want to enter to win those as well. Okay. Now, Lynette, you said, where can you find it? Where can you find what? Substance? Let me know if that's what you're asking about. Where can you find Substance? If you're asking about Substance, it's on HBO. If that's what you're asking about. So, yeah, so those are the 2 giveaways that are currently available. The password is Abby, Abby, and I'm doing the totes first come, first serve. I'm doing the tea cups first come, first serve. So yeah. Okay, so you saw Substance on Netflix. Let me double check and see if they put it on Netflix. Because I know HBO just put it on there. Because when I logged into HBO earlier today, well, last night, to watch Peacemaker, it popped right up. They put it right in my face. But let me see if it's on. Okay, it's HBO. It's not coming up for me on Netflix, y'all. So it's HBO. Okay. Naisha said you need to get HBO. Girl, you need to get HBO or you need to tell me what you want to watch and I could watch party us. I just got to make sure HBO actually works through the watch party situation before I start making promise this. Okay. Anyway, I told y'all I was going to let y'all go. And now I done went another almost half hour. But she said, child, my husband was running the remote. I understand. Oh, y'all, I'm actually getting tired. I mean, metaphorically, I've been tired. Lord knows I'm tired. All right. So I love y'all. And tomorrow, let's shoot for 7:00 tomorrow on live. But again, thank you to everyone who joined us for the first time tonight. Best friends, I love y'all. Always 10 toes down with me. And I pray that I am always there for you in the same capacity. And y'all have a good night. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow. I like that song. All right. Good night, y'all.